Right, here's a couple of questions that may be on the test. First one deals with radical equations, and what I need to do is I need to solve for x. I have two problems. There's an x here, and then there's an x under the square root. Probably I want to get that out of the square root first. So to do that, I need to isolate the thing that has the square root sign in it. So I've got to get rid of this 7. So subtract 7 on both sides. So I'll have x minus 7 is equal to the square root of x minus 5. Okay, now to get rid of the square root, I can square this side. I can do that as long as I also square the other side. So the square cancels that, leaving me with x minus 5. And then on this side, I have x minus 7 squared, but I have to remember that that's binomial, so I have to write 2 of them out and then FOIL that. So it'll be x squared minus 7x minus 7x plus 49 equals x minus 5. Since it's a quadratic, I want to make it equal to 0. So I'm going to move all this stuff from the right-hand side. I'll subtract x, add 5, move the stuff from the right side to the left side so that it's equal to 0. So I have x squared minus 7 is minus 14, minus another one is minus 15x. And then 49 plus 5 is 54. So now I'm looking for two numbers that when you multiply them to get 54 and you add to get 15. I think that's 9 and 6. So I'll have minus 9x minus 6. Okay, whoops. So now I'll use the 0 property. X minus 9 has to be 0, or x minus 6 is 0. Add 9 to both sides, add 6 to both sides. I get an answer of 9 and 6. Now, I'm thinking at that point, hey, things are done, but I probably want to check that to make sure that those both will work. So let's plug a 9 in first. So here's my equation. And I have to go back to the original equation. Don't go back to any part of it in here. You got to go right back there. And let's try 9 first. So I put a 9 in here is equal to the square root of 9, take away 5, plus 7. So 9 is equal to, 9 minus 5 is 4. Oh yeah, square root of 4 is 2. And 2 plus 7 is 9. That one's good. Let's try 6. So 6 is equal to the square root of 6 minus 5 plus 7. Is that right? Yeah. So 6 minus 5 is 1. And the square root of 1 is 1. Oh, but 1 plus 7 does not equal 6. Therefore, 6 can't be a solution. So the only solution to that equation would be x equals 9. Now, here's another question. Sort of jumping topic. It says, find the correct end behavior diagram for the given polynomial function. So I have a negative and I have an odd. That's the highest degree that's in the polynomial. So it's a negative odd. Negative odd. So I have to remember how those look. And the ones that are odd either start low and end high, or they start high and end low. The negative odd ones are these ones. They start high and end low. So when they say find the correct end behavior for the diagram, that's all they're looking for, is start high and it does something and it ends low. So if you have a picture that looks like that or that, that works. The other thing you could do, and I'll just try it, is graph it. And then you know what it's going to look like. Okay, move that up a bit. Okay, so I want to go x negative x to the 5th, and I could probably stop right there. The rest of it just is shape, but it doesn't change with the general direction of it. X to the 5th minus 7x cubed minus 7x plus 9. There we go. So you look at that function. I'm trying to squish it. There, that's better. So it starts high, like I said. It starts high, comes down, and then goes down. But all I need to see is something like that. All right, hopefully that helps you with those two questions.